It is the first Watch Fashion Police show of 2024. I'm so excited. Haven't seen you guys in ages. Well, I haven't seen Michaela in ages. I see you every second day.
every
Dirk.
every day.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, Michaela, how are you? Great to see you. Happy New Year, darling.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
You
Year.
would have looked great on the red carpet last night. That's what it was missing last night.
Yeah, I know that was fun. I mean, some of those outfits are, yeah, I'm excited to break that down. But
Yeah.
I hope you have
I
that woman
did it
queued
there
up.
last minute. You know, they forgot to send the invitation out, but it's okay. I'm not
How
mad.
dare they?
We, of course, tonight are covering the Golden Globes from last night. For the first time, we're actually covering something in decent time. Usually it's like 10 days go by. We're like, do you remember that thing happened? Let's take a look. But this time it's straight hot off the pan. Before we do anything, let's look at some watches. I'm wearing the Explorer 2, keeping it simple. Stainless steel Rolex, can't go wrong. Love this watch. Kind of a one and done. Love the size. Love the slimness. Isn't it lovely? Yeah.
It's a good winter watch.
It's
Such a
lovely
great winter watch.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's so white. If it'll focus with you, there you
There
go.
it goes.
She a beaut. This is the 216570, not the 226570, which is ever so slightly different. What are you wearing, Dirk? Oh, Mille. Gonna bang it off the microphone again?
No, never. I had to put ready for this. I had to put my own tape on the back because it finally came off.
So now you put tape over the clasp so you don't get those scratches.
I don't want the scratches. I mean, I know it's gonna happen, but you know, it's so pristine when I was sauteing last night and I looked at my watch and I went, oh shit, it steamed the tape right off the back. So I looked at it and it was so beautifully shiny. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go and fashion a piece of tape. And I think I did a pretty good job. You can't even tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Can't
can see
even
that.
I used
Yeah,
invisible
nice.
tape. Yeah.
You're just going to keep that. You're going to hang on to that now for dear life. You're just going to cling on to it. It's like the furniture in the Queen's house, you know, in Long Island, keeping the plastic on the furniture and on the lampshade because they just never want
My
it
grandmother
to be
did.
dirty. Yeah.
She did.
What's
You weren't even allowed to sit on
not
it.
allowed to sit on in people's homes? It's like, okay, all right. It's not.
Living rooms were not a place where we actually congregated when I was a kid. We would be in the dining room or the kitchen. We would never actually sit in the living room because it looked like a showroom. Everything was plastic covered. My grandmother it was absurd. Maybe Christmas.
You never get to really enjoy the furniture you spent all that money on. It's ludicrous. Michaela,
Yeah.
what are you wearing?
I'm just wearing the Ballon Bleu.
Oh,
Lovely.
just wearing the Ballon Bleu.
That's a beauty on you, yeah.
My giant Ballon Bleu, men's size.
Fantastic. It looks
Yeah.
smaller on you than it did on Letty Kravitz.
You know, one of the things is for a long time, I had this aversion to tiny watches on women. I don't know what it was. I felt like it looked granny-ish. This was before my taste kind of developed, but the other day, one of my customers, she was wearing a Cartier Panthère, and it was really small. I don't know exactly what size, she didn't know, but it was a small little thing, and I was like, okay, all right, I want one now. I'm gonna, my next piece is gonna be a small piece. It's gonna be a little dainty thing just to mix it up, but I still love it, even if it's big and bulky. You know, it's a statement, but it's okay. I think it's sleek enough with a smooth bezel to not feel like too masculine, you know.
It's not masculine at all. It's very
Oh,
pretty and it
thanks.
suits you beautifully.
Thank you.
So does red. I've never seen you wearing red.
Yeah, red.
Dang, red.
Thank
Out.
you. Thank
Look.
you.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you. I like red. I need to buy more red now because I'm seeing a bunch of nice compliments in the chat, so I think it's working for me.
Oh, they're pouring in. They're
Thanks
pouring.
to everybody.
Don't you have Irish heritage? I think you're the only
Very
Irish
much.
person I know who looks good in red.
Yeah, it's like 75%. It's my mom completely, my dad mostly, and then Norwegian, teeny bit French, but
It's the Norwegian.
very, very white.
Allows you to wear red.
Yeah,
You know,
it might be
I
that.
don't know where it comes from, but I have a more neutral undertone, a slight warm undertone. I do take a tan in the summer. It's not hard for me to get a tan. So I think it's because maybe I have a little bit of a warm undertone, even though in the winter you can't tell. But
yeah, I'm as Irish as can be, and I'll tan like a Turk. So
yeah, my younger
there's much
sibling,
science to it.
my little sister, she's like the palest fluorescent skin. She's just very low contrast features, but then she's got rich dark hair. But she's completely different complexion than me. So for her, it would be too bold, or like, I don't know. So I know what you're saying about the Irish. She looks probably more so traditionally.
My sisters are alabaster. There's not a tan. The only way they would get tanned is if they're freckles combined.
That's what it is. That's what freckles are. That's a broken
all of
tan.
my cousins say that because they're all pale. They're like, my
The only
freckles.
way. Melanin.
The original OC. Happy New Year and formal greetings to Michaela Zirkanushi Mali. Best wishes to everyone. And to you, OC.
Hi,
Nathaniel's in the room with a super sticker, 199.
Super sticker.
Legends. Thank you so much. Shall we get to it, guys?
I want to hit one comment because
Please.
Holy crap, this is so correct. It's Gary Brawley, and he says, Michaela sizzling hot Bond girl for James on the new movie.
So
you
true.
would be the best Bond girl.
You're just hyping me up so much today.
I
Doesn't have
mean,
any bad angles.
so-
That's the best thing.
No.
There
Do you act at all? Do you act at all?
I don't even know how to act. You're making me
It
blush.
doesn't matter because no Bond girl ever did anyway.
That's hilarious.
It's not
You
about
would be
the
a
acting.
sensational Bond girl. Wow.
You know, something I was told by a very wise man one time, a long time ago, was if you style yourself like a Bond girl, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong in any occasion. And I always remembered that. And it does work.
Wow.
JD, MTL, great to see everyone back together again. Thank you for the super chat as well, JD. Legends. Yes, Space Ace, it's the blue eyes. They're hypnotic. I can only keep them up in the screen for so long.
I'm not gonna look in the camera. Thank you. I'm so embarrassed right now. You're so sweet.
So let's look at the Golden Globes. Let's move on to our actual topic. Pretend we actually have a show to run here for a second. Shout out to Revolution Watch. Their Way Co. I'm always using his references because he's one of the first to get in there with all the photos of the various people, their various watches. So last night, of course, was the Golden Globes in Los Angeles, California. And it's one of my favorite award shows. Let's go right out of the gate with Michelle Yeoh. We've had her on we featured her on the show a few times with her Richard Meals.
Yeah.
Some odd looking ones. This time, I think she went for, it looks like a 061, or what is the reference again? I'll look for it now. Yeah, she's obviously a brand ambassador for Richard Mille. Whoops-a-daisy. I have another photo over here somewhere. Bear with me, guys, while I get all my my links.
She looks stunning.
She looks good, right?
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. And this is her, it's the 6701. Sorry, I'm going to scatterbrain tonight. Slimmer than most Richard Meals, one of the reasons why I like them.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you guys think? You guys hate Richard Meals, so let's go. Hit it.
No. The one thing I'll say is there's something about her wearing them, and we've talked about this in the other events that we've covered, where she was wearing different pieces from Richard Mille, where we kind of just make, I do at least, make kind of a biased exception for her. I don't know. It looks cool on her because she's so feminine and elegant, and then it's just such an unexpected piece for her. I mean, I would say, as it's very flashy, but it is my bias speaking, but I think this one specifically, it's not, like, I can see the numbers. I can see what time it is, which to me is pretty rare for Richard Mille. I feel like usually I don't know what I'm staring into. It's just a lot, too much going on.
Yeah, you described it a few weeks back as like a bunch of bones at the bottom of a crypt or something, right?
Yes.
That's a great description.
Yeah, like looking into a crypt, a pit of human bones. Sometimes you can't make out what the hell time it is. You can't see anything, at least with the 6701s. One of the reasons I like those ones, apart from the fact that they're slimmer than other RMs.
Yes.
How are you feeling about it, Dirk?
I completely didn't notice that watch because she was wearing a Mathieu Blasi Bottega Veneta couture last night, which I thought looked impeccable on her.
Yeah, let's move straight on to that. Yeah.
She's a very slim woman. She's not full figured. This one was really great, strapless. I didn't even notice that she was wearing RM because I just thought, with her beautiful Asian complexion and that color, it's like a muted orange. I loved it. I just think she's a class act and one of the coolest Star Trek captains ever.
You're already a fan.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of hers. Huge.
What kind of orange is that? I can't.
It's like a muted, soft orange. It's really, I don't
tangerine.
Know it looks a little corally to me, like a little bit of like a salmon color, a little bit.
Yeah, it could be bordering on salmon. I'm looking at the
watch strap doesn't match.
No, that's a shame, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, that would be a really
shame.
To be completely honest, the watch, it doesn't go with her outfit. It's just not the kind of piece you would wear with such an elegant dress, truly. But it's just, she pulls it off still, which is
in
cool
fairness, RM rarely goes with anything.
Yeah,
kind of not an RM thing. It always stands out like a sore thumb. That's just RM. That's the way it is.
They'd look fine in a candy shop next to all the other Pez.
Right.
But she looks great, and she had her hair done because there was a lot of wet dogs last night. We were watching the show, and Paul said, "Did she do her hair in the car?" Not her particularly, but almost every other woman.
I love the voluminous side part blowout hair. So
gorgeous.
Beautiful. So timeless.
She's gorgeous. I mean, she's just, everything about her is great. She's a great actress. She's beautiful. Kind to animals. Love her.
And I'll say it again. I mean, it's great when you see, it's like when you see a woman playing bass guitar in a band. It's just, there's an authority to it that you're just like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have to be that good a player, and you're still impressed. She walks in, she's an RM ambassador, they're throwing RMs at her, and I'm just like, yeah, that's just girl power for me, I'm a fan of that. It's big statement shit. It's like, yeah, my watch is more expensive than anyone else's on this red carpet. Exactly. It's just very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of power to that woman. It's very cool.
That's full of diamonds.
Straight over. Yeah, it's a stack of diamonds all around it. Sorry, I'm after losing the picture. You asked me too late. I went on to the wrong thing. Sorry. So Timothy Chalamet, he was making some waves last night because apparently there was a bit of a scandal between Selena Gomez and Kardashian. What's her name? Chloe, isn't it?
No,
is he dating?
The young one. One of the relevant ones.
Yeah, not Kendall.
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie
They're
Jenner.
in a relationship. They've been in a public relationship for a while.
Yeah, but did you guys see all the scandal about like
the weird photos?
There's lip readers like figuring out what because Selena Gomez runs over to Taylor Swift and goes hi, and she goes, and there's lip readers that are after deciphering the whole conversation. She goes, I wanted to take a photo with him, and she said no. And Taylor's like, what? Oh my god, Timothy. Yeah, this girl drama is like, stay away from my man.
So wait, who is he dating?
He's dating Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner.
God, how disappointing.
I should have known.
It's very low brow for him.
It's so disappointing.
I shouldn't know this, but I do. So Selena Gomez has a really severe history of playing the victim.
Yes.
Really bad. And we all know Taylor Swift, even though she does get snubbed, she has dealt with some stuff in the past. She also makes herself a victim. Like if you watch her like documentaries, which I haven't, but I've gone through highlights of it. It's very woe is me. And it's like, no one feels bad for you when you're sitting on millions and millions of dollars. Like no one feels bad for you.
Isn't that just so du jour to be the victim? Everyone's got the sob story.
So Selena Gomez always starts some kind of nonsense drama, feeling bad for herself. It's a whole thing. And it's actually very like public knowledge at this point that she's just a victim. I bet you anything, she just caught them in a weird moment. bet you anything. And she just,
And she's
And I
blowing it
like
up
Kylie
into
Jenner. I don't
drama.
even care about Jenners. Yeah. I don't even care about the Jenners or the Kardashians or anything. I'm just saying that would just sound so accurate to me that she just overreacting about something. And I have sisters. I know how we overreact to things and we're just like gossiping about nonsense and it's like make a big deal out of nothing. It's fun. It's what girls do. Yeah. It's just what we do.
Anyway,
Now, let me ask you a question about Timothy Chalamet, whom I like very much as an actor. But I
Yes.
mean, he's such a twink. God, you know what he's wearing? He's wearing Celine. I
Oh my
didn't
God.
even know there was menswear by Celine. Did you, Michaela?
No, I didn't.
Honestly,
In fact, I thought it was like a very wealthy older lady brand.
it looks like he borrowed it from Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It looks like he went into Liza's old Bob Mackie war chest and picked out, oh, this one's from the 76 store. Perfect. Because it's just obscenely ridiculous. Celine. I've never seen a man in Celine. I could be totally wrong, but he's such a super twink. I can't believe all the ladies are going crazy over him.
Oh, they go nuts for him.
Yeah,
he's skin and bone as well. He
Yeah.
must clank.
Oh, man.
In bed, there must be a clanking sound, like wood
Yeah.
hitting wood.
I mean,
And
they
this
must-
this watch is just like, this is a very feminine watch.
I mean, it looks so dolly. It's just so, looks like persistent.
Look at it on his wrist.
It would
Yeah.
have looked beautiful on her. Let's just say that.
Right, exactly. Is he gender neutral a little bit? Is that what's going on? What the
Is
fuck?
Barry Keoghan, is he gender neutral? What the fuck was that last night? We'll get to it, I'm
get to
sure.
Yeah.
He's seen as very cool with Gen Z, so
Okay.
he just kind of goes for the trends. And yeah, he dresses a bit feminine, wears feminine necklaces and jewelry and stuff because that's what Gen Z men are kind of doing right now.
Does he
So
like
it's
to
like-
try on Kylie's under things too? Maybe.
Probably.
What do you think of
She's
the
a
watch,
mother of
kids?
two also. He just seems like too young for her. Being a mother of two, like I couldn't do it.
She is
She's a
I'm
mother
kids.
of two?
She's a mother of two.
No way.
Lord.
And her first daughter is probably like 4. She's got 2 children. With
He
her
looks
ex.
like he's 18.
With
Yeah,
who?
she's like she needs I would say a mature, like older, not too older, but like an older guy, someone that could understand, not this little like fun boy toy. But when you're that wealthy, I guess you just have nannies taking care of your children, and so you can do whatever you want. But and for normal people, he wouldn't fit that lifestyle. I don't think. He's just very like, yeah, like that. He's kind of a twink. So
He's a super twink, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Celine. Wow, weird.
Are we going to mention the watch at all? Are we going to really
Sure.
get into it? Or I mean, first of all, I suppose this is based on the Salvador Dali
Yeah, it is totally.
melting
Yeah.
clocks, right?
The persistence of time, that painting, yeah.
Yeah. This is the first one I've seen just riddled with diamonds. I mean,
Yeah.
too many diamonds.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
When they're on her wrist, not on his.
Well,
it's
Yeah, this
it's
is
already
rough.
got a lot going on. That dial is obviously mesmerizingly odd. And then to completely encrust it in diamonds and have a diamond bracelet. It's bordering on gaudy and tacky, honestly. And I hate to say that about Katya. I love Katya, but
Sure.
I'm not
But
a
this
fan.
is a this old watch lady would have this in like her third or fourth drawer, and she'd show it as a conversation piece. She wouldn't wear that to an award show. She'd wear one of her monster collection things. But this piece it's an oddity to me. I mean, if you're gonna make I'm surprised he didn't wear the serpente while he was at it, but or something even more feminine than that, because that is the most feminine watch I've seen on a man ever in my life. Ever.
Yeah, I'm not into it. 0 points.
0.
Yeah.
Sorry, Timothy.
And I'm sorry, don't wear a shirt that low if you don't have chest hair or something. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. It's too low cut. It's not cute.
You don't like
wears a
girly
lot.
boys. She likes a manly man.
Yeah, no, I
You've
don't.
seen Eric. He's a very manly man. Yeah.
I know. He's a total.
Got the
I
muscles and the
literally
hair.
can't do it. I can't do it otherwise. It's just not happening.
Yeah, it's weird.
Speaking of the Serpenti, we should move over to, where is she gone? I had her over here. There we are. The lady of the hour. Selena Gomez. She wore the Serpenti, the Bulgari Serpenti. This one's a slightly different one.
I've never
And
seen that model before, ever.
not this particular model, right?
So close. The rings are so close. The
Mm.
spiral, I should say. Usually it's much looser looking.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive. And
That looks heavy.
Bejeweled.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. I think that's pretty stunning on her. I think what she's
It does
wearing
look
there is pretty incredible.
It looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it looks absolutely great on her.
It does. It really does, because it's equal parts a gorgeous, blingy, not in a bad way, bracelet, but also.
Where is she? I'll get to her. She's here somewhere. There she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of
It's.
the dress, Dirk?
I mean, listen, she's a full-figured girl. She's short.
She fluctuates.
Well, she might.
Her figure
but-
fluctuates a hell of a lot.
But with her bosom and her hips, you definitely don't want to draw attention to the waistline when you're a thicker girl. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but there are methods that one could use, like a bustier top or some tooling, anything like that, just to accentuate the flow of the body. I think we're zeroing in. It's like a target. So I don't love it. And I don't love the bodice there either. I mean, it's just... I don't know. It's
It looks like a Christmas gift or something. It looks like Christmas wrapping.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
She looks like a little cupcake Christmas star.
She looks like a cupcake, right?
The thing is, the dress itself is, it's interesting. It's not just a boring gown, but I just think maybe, yeah, you're right. It's about how you look in it with your body type. So perhaps that just wasn't the perfect choice for her. In no way is she, in my opinion, like a fat girl or something. It's just certain body types do look better in different types of dresses.
Yeah, it's for a taller girl, and it's Armani Privé. So this is, I'm sure this was months worth of tailoring and fittings to get this right. Her hair is extraordinary. I love an updo. The earrings are gorgeous. Anybody have a line on what she was wearing for earrings? I looked and I couldn't find them, but they look like they might be Harry Winston or Van Cleef and Arpels. We're going to get to her in a second. Holy smoke show of the freaking century.
Yeah, the other stuff might be Van Cleef and Arpels. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. It looked really old school Hollywood glamour. She's just, I mean, listen, it's a ruby
nice
red
cut. You see the way it's cut on the left and goes down.
I mean,
that's kind of elegant.
Couture. Yeah, it's haute couture. She's not heavy set in any way. She's just a thicker girl, and she's not very tall. Also, her bosom is being pushed up so much from the bodice that it's creating that kind of like
side boob thing.
It's up boob. It's a little too much because it's not like a normal bosom. It's on the side, so it's weird.
Yeah.
I think a couple more fittings would have been necessary to make this Giorgio Armani Privé a little bit of a more glamorous thing, because she was on the right track, and the jewelry is just stunning. The jewelry and the hair.
I love the jewelry. Yeah.
The jewelry is just...
There's a lot of it, but it works.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's Grace Kelly perfect. It's diamonds, and it's fantastic. Beautiful. So far, of all of the looks I've seen, her jewel, look at that pensive look. Just unreal.
It's very cohesive, even though it's a lot.
And her makeup is flawless.
Of course.
Jesus Christ.
She has an extremely successful makeup line, too. So she's got.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called beautiful. Rare Beauty, and it's extremely successful. And all these like celebrity girls and influencers trying to have their own makeup brands now. It's a thing, just like they have to have their own music careers for some reason,
Why not?
For her, it actually worked out really well.
Does she have a music career?
Yeah, she does. She sings.
She does.
She sings and acts and models and does everything, and is massive on Instagram. One of the biggest.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to want this kind of Serpenti now as well.
Yeah, it's that's. I mean,
this particular one is going to be gazillions, but whatever broken down versions of this, like without the diamonds, they're going to want this kind of more industrial, futuristic looking Serpenti.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen that with this.
Never seen that
before. So
the diamond settings on that. I mean, they used to borrow all the jewelry, but these people make so much money now. It's probably hers.
Sure. Well, it is after last night. Don't they just leave them
Oh,
with
keep it. They do. Some of them do leave it.
Oh,
But
keep
then
it
they have people chasing
and wear it sometimes when you're taking selfies to your 450 million Instagram followers. You know what I mean?
Right.
All they need is about 300 of those people to be rich enough to look for one of those watches, and boom, you know what I mean? 50 people. Moving on. Stop the screen for a second because I feel all messy going through this stuff. Who's up next? Well, let's do Margot Robbie. Let's take a look at her. I don't think she had a particular watch on.
But we have to look at her anyway.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Really?
Is this woman
So
one of the
She
most
is.
breathtaking? And how about this?
You're gonna shock the shit out of you guys. I'm not into her. I'm not into Margot Robbie.
That. A lot of straight guys say she's mid.
She's
You know
what?
that? Mid, which is a new way to insult a woman and say she's all right, she's average. But these guys usually look like actual gremlins. But it's okay if that's not your type. You know, I think she's got a very wide face and wide smile, very symmetrical. It's unapproachable, and I think a lot of times guys are into women that are slightly more approachable.
Okay, I'm gonna say a word. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? No, you're not. Because I'm not fucking sharing the correct. Why am I not sharing that screen? I thought I was working.
Flummoxed by all of that.
Are you?
I mean, I saw her on Pan Am when she was an absolute nobody. The first role she ever had, because it's an airline show, so we watched it.
I think she's changed with age. I knew you were going to say that.
Because I had never seen
she has changed with age, because her in Wolf of Wall Street, I see a lot of it, and before. But since she's become extremely wealthy and the it girl in Hollywood, something has happened. Okay, I'm going to say a word. You can see the face right now. Serpent. Do you see anything reptilian in that? Do you see something reptilian? I'm sorry.
No,
wow.
Do you understand?
No, I think she's an absolute goddess.
The eyes look evil. It looks kind of evil and reptilian.
Like Angelina Jolie in Maleficent?
No, Angelina Jolie, her type of beauty, even though it is completely unapproachable, it's also slightly warmer. I don't know how to explain it.
Yes,
where
juicier,
Margot Robbie
warmer.
She looks a little even like she's just. This is what one of my exes said. She's too perfect, like too perfect. Like her symmetry, her face, her features, so that. Like that apparently is not quite as attractive to most men. But I personally, being a straight female, look at her and I would give up everything for her. I would literally die for her.
Michaela, you're just as beautiful, if not slightly more beautiful.
Stop it. Oh my gosh.
You are. Listen, she's got all the money in the world, and she's wearing a Barbie. That dress she's wearing is from a Barbie doll from 1977 that Armani made for her. Especially, it was her favorite Barbie doll, and she had this dress, and she said, "Make this," and Armani made it for her.
Wow!
I think what she's done since the Pan Am days, and when I saw her on Pan Am, I said, "Who the is that?" She's the most beautiful thing with her big, perfect smile, but she was about probably 10, 11 pounds heavier, and now she's so. She could use there's this new thing where these cheekbones are so shallow that might be creating the serpent look for you.
I don't know what it is. Look, it happened to Cameron Diaz also. Cameron Diaz in The Mask was literally the most beautiful human I've ever seen in my life, literally, and it was painful. She was so gorgeous and sexy and everything all rolled into one. Then she started aging and getting gaunt and straight and sinewy. And then it all the sexy, fresh apple look of the woman just disappeared. And then she wound up kind of getting a little bit reptilian too.
There's a surgery.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio, and as soon as they're past the age of 25, then you're like, you're done. Is that it?
He's done with it.
That's like the definition with age. You kind of lose some of that natural fat in your face as you age, so it does hollow out. But it's also a trend in Hollywood to get buccal fat
Buckle
removed,
fat. I was just gonna say it.
which is such a mistake because that's already gonna happen when you age. So like if you do it early, you're gonna look like a model-esque alien, but then in 5 years, like you're gonna regret it. You can't put it back. You can get fillers, but it doesn't look real anyway. That
And
might be it, but she
here's a
also
woman who got better with age. I think
Yeah.
Taylor Swift got better. She is much more stunning with age. When she was younger, she looked like a weird cat or something.
I think
Now
she
she's
still looks
looking
like
like
a
a
weird
woman. Yeah.
I think she's
She-
just you
She
throw
doesn't
enough
have
money at
classic-
her and
Yeah, she doesn't classic beauty. Obviously, Margot Robbie's a prettier, more classic beauty. I'm not sure about this apple colored or lime colored dress or whatever.
it's Gucci couture,
what
especially
it
made
is?
for her. She is, she's like Barbara Streisand. She's so on top of. She wants every facet of her appearances, details, concerts, everything. She's so in on it. She was a co-designer on this. She specifically
Wow.
wanted this dress made. I've never seen a strap like that, but the dual with the triangle on the sides. She's not a very buxom woman. She's pretty small on top. So there are ways to accentuate that to make, because listen, she's attractive. Of course she is. She's 8 feet tall as well. And she's all legs. So that
Yes.
should be the accent of the evening. We should be focusing on her beautiful legs, her hair, and her cat eyes. But that dress is weird. Ugh, I hate it.
Let's take a look at these dresses here. So there's Margot Robbie's Barbie invention. That is really cool that she had a Barbie dress like that and just had it made for her. That is
It just
wild.
excites the girl in me to see that pink dress, and it's just so beautiful. It fits her like water just pouring over her. It's just
And there's a better shot of Selena Gomez's dress. I like that cut down like that.
Yeah,
that kind of makes the dress, to be honest.
It almost makes her look like a majorette, though. Like she should have a baton. Da, 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 da.
I think the asymmetrical cut on the hem of the dress, I think what that does help to make it not look as much like it's like a Christmas dress. It kind of fixes it. Because if it was floor length down, it would be very like a cute little girl's dress for Christmas that you can
For
get at
Christmas.
Costco. You know what I mean?
So true.
So true.
Let's go back to watches for a second. So,
she looks great there.
So Robert Downey Jr. very, very subtly under the cuff. Can we see that? Yeah, we can. I just always have to check that you guys can see. He was wearing this.
Yeah. And it's a
The
chronograph
reverse,
on the other
though.
side, right?
Yes, it's a chrono on the other side. It's in rose gold. I hate when they say pink gold because the word
Sounds
doesn't.
cheap.
It sounds cheap. Pink gold, rose gold. God
I
damn
got
it!
me some pink gold. Sounds like a rapper, something a rapper would say. Got me some pink gold.
Look at
Yes.
that watch.
That is the
course.
everyone should have that in their collection. Everyone should have a reverso. Every single person should have
100%.
one.
If you're gonna have one, though, that's one
I
to
mean,
have.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
For the boys, 100%. For the
He
men.
was one of the only fascinating people that got up on stage because he's such an intense weirdo.
Yeah.
And
He's also so chill and relaxed.
so chill. Well, that guy was wearing Alexander McQueen couture. And he had like
You talking about? Are you looking at the screen?
He's wearing
Yes.
this double-breasted black satin and silk crepe suit jacket. He is so razor thin too. These Hollywood guys now. I mean, no one.
He stopped eating food. He
stopped
years
eating
ago.
food. And
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz, who we always talk about what great shape he's in, last night at the Golden Globes, he looks like he's got a 21-inch waist. What are they doing? Are they all on Ozempic? All of them?
They just switched over to adrenochrome instead of eating.
Of course, it's adrenochrome.
Of course.
I
Robert
mean,
he's got a very magnetic personality. Like he's just interesting. He's interesting.
is.
When he talks, he knows he's interesting too. And he
Yeah, he
makes
does.
but unlike Timothée Chalamet's outfit, this is doing a little something fun. It's a bit
Sure.
bulky at the top, but it's really obviously I would not put it in the same category of style. However, I think that this is a good way to kind of pop off a little bit if you want to be a little just stand out from a general suit without looking like you borrowed something from your rich grandmother's closet.
No, it definitely looked like it was made for him. It looks like it's his style. He's quirky, he's individual. Yeah, I loved it, and his speech was excellent too. It was great.
He's looking pretty bony. I mean, I know he lost weight
he's-
for that for his role in Oppenheimer. But he's not looking like there's a whole lot of muscle going on. Like those arms, they're kind of lost in that sleeve. Look at that.
Yeah.
He doesn't look very healthy. You can see that. He
Well,
looks a bit washed out in his face.
I'm sure he's got a team with the ridiculous sums of money that this gentleman has made, and quite deservedly so. I mean, this is a guy whose career was ruined, completely over. He was canceled before canceling happened. The guy was dead in the water, and he rebuilt his career from scratch. And he has nutritionists and all kinds of people at his disposal. And you know what? He's happy. He seems to have a great marriage. He doesn't seem crazy at all. He's done all the drugs for everybody in that room. And he came through. I applaud him. And I just thought it was clever and quirky. His speech was great. And he's wearing a reverso. I mean, the guy's got taste and style. Love it.
Oh, he's a watch guy as well. He's done some watch videos. Yeah. Some of the earliest kind of celeb watch videos going around YouTube are him kind of ripping the piss out of the whole thing and pretending he doesn't know what his 5711 is. He's like, I hear it's an interesting watch and it's worth a lot of money. I don't know. And then he throws it on the couch. It's like, can I say something about this award? That's the ugliest of all the awards. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
It looks like a drive shaft. A drive shaft from an old car with a globe stuck on the top. No, it doesn't look like a phallic. It's not a phallic, a phallus. It just looks like something.
It looks like a hand massager.
Oh, one of those. Let's move on to Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, look at her. Oh boy.
There's another gun.
Look at the big rose. The
big
black rose.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Men shouldn't be wearing flowers unless it's a cute little boutonniere, and that's it. But flowers? Where's his pillbox hat? Does he have a milliner? Come on, Eddie. I know he's the Danish girl and everything, but he dresses so effeminately.
I mean, he really is the Danish girl.
I know. And look at the break on those pants. Oh my God! Can somebody get a tailor, please? Over here, Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, there! Look at the. Oh my God! That's
what
awful.
is that sloppy mess?
That's not okay.
What is that? Charlie Chaplin? He just needs a cane.
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin. You can't tell me this is a look they went for on purpose, like to make it look like you have horse hooves because your pants are just so baggy, just at the bottom. So ugly.
They're 3 inches too long, right?
More than that.
More than that.
It's crazy. I mean, my God, you need to fold that underneath before you get in the theater. Fold it underneath. Get some. You have any tape? You have any tape?
Do something. Do something.
Double-sided tape. You can fix a break without tailoring to not look like that. I mean, it looks like horrible. Looks like a Clydesdale.
Well, he had a nice watch on. He had the Tresor.
The Tresor. That combination of rose gold and the blue dial is just beautiful.
And the strap as well.
Yeah. Well, he's an ambassador, so
yeah,
he gets what he wants. Whatever Redmayne wants, Redmayne
gets.
A
very elegant piece for a lovely lady, and
I mean, Tresor.
He never wears speedies or anything. It's always the kind of more feminine, elegant side of Omega, kind of vintage.
Yeah, I like it. I'd wear that. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think. Guys.
Garfield matched his watch dial with his top. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, that's fine. I'll go on forever. So
we love this, right?
We love the Aquaterra. That dial is just killing me. I love his jacket. I love him. I love everything about him. I think he's a brilliant artist. And look at the cut on that jacket. It's sublimely cut on him with the shawl collar. Just it's just perfection. And
it must
could
have
be
all these Aquaterras because I've seen him with the kind of salmon red, salmon colored dial one, and these were announced and then not released for like over a year.
They're just out now.
We're only seeing them dribble out now into the marketplace. So he had them before anyone. They must have sent him every color. Because I saw him on a talk show where he wore like a salmon kind of suit that matched the watch dial. And then he's doing the same thing again here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you call that pumpkin? What would you call that color?
Don't call me pumpkin.
Hey, pumpkin. And it looks to me, because I can't tell from this, but I'm looking at the way it drapes. It looks like it might be a silken linen because
Yeah,
of the
I can
way
see
it
that.
drapes. Yeah.
See that.
With the
Would
black
say-
combination. Wow.
Personally, call me old-fashioned. Call me rigid, but I don't like the dark black underneath the lighter jacket like that with the
Let's see
orange.
that.
It's very Halloween for me. It's too Halloween. It's
Could be
jack-o'-lantern.
Halloween. Yeah.
But
Could
I
be a
do
little
like the
jack-o'-lantern.
matching. Yeah, I like the
Robert
dial.
Smith is saying this is more like a peach color.
I think you should adjust your monitor.
Yeah. None of us are seeing quite that. It might be, everyone's got different color calibration on their screen.
I mean, I think of the Golden Globes because it's not a tuxedo formal wear kind of thing. The girls dress up, the boys kind of dress like Liza. He looks like he's going to dinner. It doesn't look like an award show specifically, but man, oh man. And I don't have the information. I looked up all the information on this jacket. I would like to know what that is because that cut of that is absolutely, that is the way a man's jacket. Look at the sleeve cuff. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Everything about it, the tailoring, the cut, it's just perfect. Perfect.
People are saying Space Ace sweet potato.
I'd go there.
Is saying copper. Cold Brew is saying rust.
The colors they see.
That's interesting. Yeah, they're seeing very manly tool kind of colors, aren't they? Okay. Yeah, rusty screw. That looks like the bolts I pulled out of that car yesterday. Okay, moving on. Oh, yes. This guy is super dapper. What is his name? John Krasinski?
John Krasinski.
Krasinski.
And his gorgeous wife.
Oh, she is
Emily Blunt. Do we not adore her?
Oh, my God.
I love her. I mean, first time I saw her was Devil Wears Prada. It was over from there.
Yeah. She is. Oh, I'll keep losing this. Thank you very much, you dick. Yeah, she's. He really lucked out when she laid her eyes on him. Absolutely. But he's wearing the IWC Schaffhausen. He would say Schaffhausen. This is not the Is this the Portofino? Or it's not the Portugueser because it's not a chronograph. Beautiful though. How do we feel about it?
About him?
No, about the watch.
I love that watch. It looks great on him. It doesn't. The color definitely doesn't work with that ruby red Alexander McQueen smoking jacket. However, he's kind of got it hidden. It kind of matches her more than it does him.
That's true.
When couples are together so long, they just subconsciously match each other. You know, they're really nice people. My little siblings met them. They ran into them at this little Bavarian themed town in Washington called Leavenworth. It's adorable. But they met them there in the winter. And years later, my younger sister, she's obsessed with him from The Office. He played a character. She sent him a message on Instagram when she was getting married. You know, they don't see their DMs because they get thousands of messages from fans every single day, right? Maybe more. And she said, I'm getting married. Do you and your wife want to come? Like, as a joke. And he actually responded and said, you know, congratulations. They're just so sweet and humble. They're nice people. And I think he looks cool. I think that he did go for a fashion-y kind of look with these bright colors. Yeah. Also with that classic smoking jacket, though. And so it kind of works because unlike the giant rose or the sparkly low-cut whatever Timothy was wearing, I think he takes a classic look and just did something fun with like the color instead of doing something weird like a giant rose or whatever. So I kind of like it.
I like it. And did you see what he was doing with it most of the night? She was wearing it because it must have been cold in there, and he put it over her shoulders. Which I think that they're adorable. By the way, I sat next to him at BAM at the Brooklyn Academy of Music about 10 years ago. We went to see Streetcar Named Desire with Tar. What's her name?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett was in it, right? And him and Sam Rockwell came in together, and they were drunker than skunkers. And he said, John Krasinski was in the seat next to me, and Sam Rockwell was just doing this the whole time, like being an auteur. And Krasinski was a hoot. He was so charming and down to earth and fun. And he asked me if I wanted some goobers.
Wow.
I said, thank you, no. Love those guys. And she's just one of the most stunning creatures in the entire world. And she's wearing Alexander McQueen, and that's absolutely beautiful. I love it. And it's very different from everything else there. It looks very spring. So she's pushing the seasons a little bit, but I like it.
Yeah. She should have worn that watch, though. She should have borrowed it for the night.
Yeah, I think it would have worked well on her. Do we know what watch she was wearing?
She was wearing, no, sorry, guys. I'm trying to set up links to get ahead of your conversation here. I don't know. Let me go look for that while you guys talk about the man of the hour, Cillian Murphy. It was a big night for the Irish. And he, of course, is wearing an Omega Tresor as well, the DeVille, right?
Yeah.
No, that's a Tresor.
No, that's just a Tresor with small seconds. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice color. I mean, he looks a little sloppy and a little ruddy. I would have fixed his hair a little bit. He's up for some major awards. I hope when he goes to the Oscars, because he's going to win. Because I realized last night that Bradley Cooper and company are going to be just completely shut out of all the awards because I think it seemed a little too awardsy. Give me an awardsy. They did too much press. I haven't seen this guy do any press at all. Very little. He's taken on this monster $1 billion movie, his first big role ever. This is a TV guy. He's made some movies, but they've been shite. This is the defining moment of this guy's career. And look at it. He's just wearing a tuxedo, but very casually. He's got no bow tie. The shirt's a bit crinkled. He's got a laid back style. You know, he looks fine. The watch, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
gorgeous.
what can you say? And his speech was lovely, very lovely.
You know, one of the reasons females have been obsessed with him for many years. To me, he's just too pretty, but that's just my personal taste. I think he's a gorgeous man, of course, but women were obsessed with him last night because of his attitude while he's getting photos taken of himself. The specific comments I was seeing over and over from women where he just looks so bored and over it. It's so hot. He just looks so much like he doesn't even care. No big deal. So
yeah, he stares off into the distance like he's not even interested, and he's kind of just looking around. And he's kind of, there's memes of him all over the place, just like he's so bored, right?
Yeah, when you see him in interviews with other people talking next to him, like co-stars or whatever, he's just like trying not to roll his eyes almost.
That's so Irish. He's so Irish. Jesus Christ. I haven't seen Oppenheimer. I have to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Diego saying Oppenheimer sucked. Diego wasn't happy with the explosion when they, finally.
Oh, was it shitty? The mushroom cloud was bad.
I don't know why they didn't just use old real footage. It's okay to switch to the real footage. It's fucking terrifying in itself. No, they just kind of zoomed a lot of flames and stuff. Because let's face it, like we know Chris Nolan doesn't want to use CGI, so he has to kind of recreate. So what did they do? They made a huge explosion. They didn't make a nuclear fission explosion. Okay, they didn't do that, did they? So anything short of that is going to be fairly evident, since we've already seen what a real nuclear fission explosion.
We've all seen it.
Looks like. So I'll tell you one thing: I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't watch it again anytime soon. It's not like I'm dying to get back to it.
I just can't get into it. 3 hours. It's like Killers of the Flower Moon. It's over 3 hours. Oh, that looks boring to me.
I'd be more interested in that personally, but who else have we got? Okay, here's your favorite guy. Jesus. Okay.
I had to look him up to see if he was gay, because he's not. And my God, he looks like Sam Smith.
He probably swings a little. Did you see Saltburn?
No, Lydia saw it. She said it was okay.
There's right,
what is it?
This is a film that he's there for.
I know it's a film, but what is it?
Yeah,
it's hard to explain. It's basically kind of like an eat the rich type of theme, premise. I don't know, but it's beautifully shot. It's very interesting, but I think they kind of overdid the shock value of certain things in that movie. They try to be shocking, and they had Jacob Elordi, which is the current heartthrob for the young women, but then he was in it, and he's super like kind of swings both ways in this movie very clearly, and it's very convincing. So I understand why you looked up if he was gay or not.
This look
very
is just
possible. You see him.
He was in Banshees of Inisherin. He's amazing.
He's brilliant. He was amazing.
The best actor in that.
He was the best.
He outacts Colin Farrell, which isn't very hard. Colin Farrell.
I can't believe.
He's never a great actor.
Oh,
never a great a beautiful looking fella, but never a great actor. You can see him acting. He's a weak actor.
I totally disagree. I think he's got a style. I mean, he's wearing a ladies' Omega with rubies on it. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, let's start with the
watch. He's wearing a brooch.
With the watch. I mean, out of all the Omegas,
I mean,
great. You have to do that.
I mean, who is his sugar daddy? Because that's a pricey piece there.
Yeah.
Maybe Omega's his sugar daddy, and they said, "Listen, pick anything you want," and he went for that. I mean, those indices are just. You would wear it, of course.
Well, it would look great on you. Match your dress.
Amazing on you.
I'm not crazy about the diamonds around the bezel. Just usually for me, just the way my taste is, it doesn't look good to my eyes usually. But because the dial is so distracting with all those sparkles, it kind of blends together. And it's very feminine, but it's also, I hate to say it, but it's almost just like rich old lady jewelry.
It is. And also the color in the middle of this watch, like you needed to put some red on the hands. Is there loom on the hands? There shouldn't have been. Should have been like rubies where the loom should be, because I think it's missing color in the center.
And the loom on an Aquaterra, actually, I have to say, is the weak spot of the Aquaterra, because the minute hand doesn't have loom down the stem. It only has loom at the very tip. So it's like a fucking GMT hand or something.
Yeah.
You know, I've how many Aquaterras have I owned? You wake up in the middle of the night and look over the time. You can't figure out what time it is. What's the point in having loom? Well, what's what? I can't figure it out. So they should have gone for.
Old watch lady would never buy that.
That's your barometer for everything.
It is.
Would old watch lady wear it?
Yeah, she knows about watches though. She's not just wearing it because
she would hate this piece.
Yeah.
Nice. However, the bracelet is amazing.
Yeah, that bracelet is gorgeous.
Looks like
the watch. The watch is amazing. The build of the watch, the head of the watch. This is a rose gold Aquaterra. It's sex on wheels, but the look at the dial and the bezel, dear God,
Jesus Christ,
those indices are just. Make me want to throw.
Men should never have rubies. Just never.
I get you.
I mean, Sandler's Consulting says
he looks
like Liberace was a watch.
He looks like he's trying to be like a little bit punky. Mix it with a suit.
Yeah, right. He should have worn a skirt or a kilt, because I mean, I just don't know where he's going with this.
It's very kilty, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a kilt look.
He's missing the kilt because he's got the bolero cut jacket. He's got a brooch. I don't know what's going on.
He does. He has a brooch. It's a funny looking brooch.
Is that a chain that he's wearing too?
Yeah, he's wearing a chain.
Yeah, he's got a chain down the side.
Yeah, doesn't that make him butch?
He has a big fat ruby around his neck.
He's all rubied out
with pearls.
You go, girl.
And somebody very, very gay styled his hair and flicked it a little.
That's the male equivalent of the girl's wet dog. It's just the bedhead. Just horrible. I mean, he's not a good looking guy. He's got very pretty eyes, though, however. But he's not the greatest looking guy. I would have styled this guy the complete opposite way. Dark suit, tailored, nice 1930s, 40s haircut, make him look Hollywood. Instead, he looks like Sam Smith. If Sam Smith wasn't a big fat slobby queen like he is, he would be wearing this outfit instead of the muumuus that he has to wear now.
Oh my gosh, stop. You know, the thing is, in the movie I just saw with him, it's burned into my brain because the last scene is though the entire movie wasn't shock porn enough. It is literally like
is it
1 or 2 minute dance number of him, okay, in the full nude, like literally full nude, everything out. I wasn't expecting all that, but I think now he just kind of has a complex because all these like popular women in the industry are hitting him up because they saw that. So he's got this weird complex that he's a god now, and so I think what he's wearing, he just thinks he's so gorgeous and amazing that he can pull it off, but he cannot. And I do not.
Did he have an impressive ballot?
All of that.
Was he impressive?
Go ahead and look that up yourself.
You know what? Here's my problem, and I said this because I saw May December, and in that I think I mentioned this before, not on this show, but there's a scene where that actor who was also nominated last night actually pulls out of Natalie Portman, and we can see his full erect penis. That, by the way, kids, is called pornography, and I am so sick and tired of. Like the other night we watched LA Confidentials, which is a fucking amazing movie, and he grabs her and he kisses her. She's so basically so beautiful in that movie, and he kisses her, and it's just the longest, most beautiful kiss. And that's all we need, kids. We know what they're about to do. They're going to go have the rides. We have an imagination. I don't need to see erect penises in mainstream cinema or nudity or any of the grinding or that stuff. It's gotten so, and I'm not a prude. I've seen it all. I've been everywhere. However, everybody's got to show their dick and their vagina and their arse. I don't need it. Why is this so current? And it's so not classy, so not fashionable at all. Wear a beautiful robe. It's
like the industry's dying breath to try to like keep people watching because people are so over movies and there's so few good movies anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
Did they watch too much porn during the pandemic? So everyone's desensitized. So we now need pornography in mainstream cinema. So unnecessary.
To keep people watching because movies.
It makes me turn it off. That May December movie, by the way, completely and utterly sucked.
Which one?
May December. Natalie Portman and the redhead whose name I can never remember. I don't know why. Children of Men. Anyway.
Yeah, more.
Julianne Moore. Why I can't remember. I have a mental block with her. It was the weirdest, most uncomfortable. This is about a true life story about a woman who has an affair with a 12th grader. Not a 12th grader, a 12-year-old, a 7th grader. Yes. And when she gets out of prison, she marries him and has his children. I mean, that woman should get locked up, and I never want to hear her story ever again. Ever. Why are we watching a movie about a woman who had an affair with a 12-year-old?
You know,
and then we see erect penises coming out of Natalie Portman. Come on.
Oh gosh.
Rant over. Sorry. Back to fashion.
It's actually scary how many.
just to make it tough for you. Sorry. Go ahead, darling. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying the amount in the last like 5-6 years I've seen articles and stories about female teachers who have taken advantage of young boys. It's just so sickening. I don't know why they'd make a movie about it, but whatever.
Why do they? Why do they do that?
Here's another mega wearer. This is Divine Joy.
Yeah.
So I think she's in The Holdovers, right? The Alexander Payne movie. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's not exactly the dress she was wearing last night, though.
Yeah, that's what she was wearing. She was all stuffed into it. Look.
Okay, so I mean, you could see her areolas coming out of the top. I don't think that was the dress. What was? God, I guess I just didn't see the.
Yeah, there she is.
Okay. I mean, listen, she's a very, very full-figured girl. How about play to your strengths? Michaela, you have to chime in on this. She had the biggest boobs I've ever seen in my entire life, and most of them were out.
But that's not boob. That's fat, right? That's not boob.
But
boob fat.
They can be one. You know, I think that amount of cleavage gives like a serving wench in like a tavern or something like in the Middle Ages or something like.
All right, love, don't have a tug on them. 3 4.
Yeah,
give me 3 bits.
Like, it's like a very gruesome woman. Not her. I'm just saying, like, it would be a gruesome woman with that much of her breast coming out. If she's wearing that a constellation. That's gorgeous. Love that.
Yeah, that's what she's wearing.
That's
The
beautiful. Oh.
dress, I think it was clever the way that they did that. I forgot what that's called, but
Look
the
how
flare-
small it looks on her to watch. I'm so sorry. Look how tiny it is on her huge wrist. Oh my god. Yeah, go ahead with the dress. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying the way they did that. I don't remember what that's called, but the flare in the center was very clever because it disguised her belly, honestly. And I think
That's
it's very
pretty clever.
That's clever. It looks a lot better than if it was completely tight and form-fitting on her stomach. Let's be honest.
Well, she's got a corset and a half underneath that.
Yeah, but it's very fashiony. I think the top, it's very much Ursula, Little Mermaid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The like bell bra. It's like she's overflowing out of it a little bit.
She was spilling out of that. I mean, I saw the edges of her areola.
Yeah, she would have benefited with an updo and maybe something to cover the arms, but
yeah. Everybody loves to flaunt the fat arms now. I don't know why it is. It's like fat arm power. I don't know.
No, growing up, that's all I heard my mother and her friends be concerned about was showing their arms if they thought their arms were big. So that's burned into my brain now. But I think, I don't know how old she is, but maybe younger people don't
She's
think
young.
of that.
Apparently, she's brilliant in that movie, too.
She should have an updo as well. I think it would give her a little bit, because she doesn't have a neck, really.
Yeah, because she does. You're so right. An updo would have accentuated, elongated the neck. Yeah.
Voluminous updo.
Yeah, because it flattens it down, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she looks squashed. Yeah.
And I love the constellation. I've been wanting one for a long time.
It's beautiful.
But I can see what you mean.
There you go, you guys in the audience. You heard it. That's what Michaela's after. She's after a constellation. Get on it, fellas.
With that beautiful dial. Oi!
Looking at smaller pieces and the constellation, I've seen some absolutely gorgeous ones, and I've been mesmerized, especially by this deep, starry, glittery galaxy dial. Like,
isn't it just
so beautiful? Amazing. And
that's amazing.
The indices are like closer stars, you know.
Yeah.
And there's no loom there. It's just hollowed out hands. Yeah, the hour and the minute hand, they're hollowed out, so you see straight through them.
It's beautiful.
Cool.
That watch is stunning.
Yeah.
And that bracelet, my God. What's the price? What's the price on that watch?
Well, I mean, that's the rose gold. I can look it up.
Yeah, they range quite a bit. They definitely range. There's like 78, I believe, different variations of it available. So there's something for every taste. I'm trying to convince my older sister to get one so we can have matching ones. It'd be so cute, but we'll see.
Let's take a look here. Oh my God, there's so many. You're so right. I'll go straight over to the great website.
You might want to look under the ladies' collection.
Vedere tutti.
Vedere tutti. Well, there's one for 10.3 with that same kind of dial, but it's not rose gold. You know, it's a steel.
Well, if you click on that, can you? Yeah, click on that and ask for it to. Is there an option to go rose gold?
You know this site better than I do. I can tell.
I actually don't. I'm very rarely because I hate their site. They never update it. It's so shitty.
They have a two-tone version for that, which is actually not bad, and I didn't think I would like it, but I prefer them without the diamondy bezels. But I like the rose gold bracelet, or maybe a two-tone with rose gold, maybe. But I like that dial, so that's the one that I want.
Now these are 29 millimeter, which may be the one she had on because it was so tiny. Yeah. I know she's a big girl and all, but like it was getting lost in her fat folds. You know, sorry to say. This is almost 30 grand in euros.
I still appreciate
it's a set in gold.
I appreciate that she is wearing a watch because I feel like that wouldn't be what I would expect. I would expect some jewelry for her, but a watch is interesting. But
yeah, it's a bit classier. What she went for is a bit classier. Yeah. So that's the same watch there, but without. She has diamonds throughout the vessel. This is just got Romans. You prefer which?
I prefer the one without the diamonds.
Prefer that one. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So classy. And then there's this chap. Who's this fella? Awful handsome fella. He's doing the Omega as well. The Omega de Villes and the Tresor has really
Was
won
it-
the evening.
Was Omega sponsoring the Globes last night?
I think they may have, because Will Ferrell showed up with the fucking Bond thing.
I know he had No Time to Die on.
Yeah,
They were
gets
funny
full-
as fuck, those two. Oh man,
yeah. The dancing, that was really good.
Jesus Christ.
They're just geniuses. The
They're
pair of them.
both of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just geniuses. I don't know who that guy is.
Do you know who he is, Michaela?
No.
He
maybe
presented. He presented. I'm out
What's
of the
his-
fucking loop. Let me look it up. It's not.
Come on, one of you guys in the chats will know who this guy is. And he looks like he's going to Cannes for the film festival. That's
Yeah.
very summery outfit.
So summery, 100%.
Yeah.
Bay, is his name John Bay or Jay Bay? No, I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know. Anyway, gorgeous watch. Gorgeous,
That is a
gorgeous
scene.
combo.
Look at that. That's the ultimate dress watch. Really, it is. Next to the Calatrava being the ultimate dress watch. This is Omega comes close second with all their beautiful designs. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool. I like the
Yeah, he's
color
good looking
gradient.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look like Orlando Bloom. Daniel Gutierrez and a bunch of the guys are saying that.
Yes.
Orlando Bloom looks better than he ever did. He looked great last night. He looked really
Yeah.
great. I think it's a safe bet we could say that host will never be invited back.
Oh my gosh. It
Oh
wasn't
my
even
god, it wasn't funny, was he?
one of the best things
Jeez.
about if you're gonna make like bad jokes or anything, you have to have good timing. And his jokes just didn't land, and everyone's just like,
No, it was just the
awkwardly.
most politically correct, incorrect,
Right.
racist shit I ever saw in my life. Just
He's
made
trying
me.
so hard.
I was so embarrassed. I actually was watching him like this, like, oh no, oh no.
So was Selena
oh,
Gomez.
no,
It panned
oh,
to
no.
her, and she was literally like, "Come
Yeah,
here."
it's just really, yeah. Why didn't you just call everybody the White Devil and just close the show down? Because that's what it was. It was just such a, oh god, horrible.
It just
It's such a
wasn't-
damper on an evening like that. Don't call people out like that. Oh, I mean, him and his mom, but he's got a Louis Vuitton watch, which is
Bradley
I know
Cooper.
that-
I better say Bradley Cooper so people who aren't looking at the screen know what we're talking about. Thank you.
sorry.
Bradley Cooper was there with his mom wearing a Louis Vuitton watch.
Yeah.
What do you think about those?
Well, I mean,
hard.
they're making a grand statement. They're using La Fabrique du Temps to make which is a very small atelier, the Nevas and was it Barbarassi or Barbanese? These two guys, they make these intricate movements. They're trying to launch them, a neurology thing. They are, and that's 18 grand. So.
Wow.
It's this Le Fabrique du Temps. They make very interesting complications, and it's very well dressed. There's lots of Côte de Genève. There's a lot of great stuff going on in there. I mean, however, it's hard. They're a fashion house. It's very, very hard. They didn't even make clothing until very recently. So I don't know. Do I like the watch? I don't think it's ugly.
Unfortunately, Louis Vuitton has become very much kind of I hate to say it because they
Good.
still have some beautiful stuff, but it's become kind of a ghetto brand.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
it is.
I
It has
agree.
been
Correct.
for ages. Yeah. It
So I'm
has
just
been
saying,
for
though, if anybody, is saving up and they really want a nice watch and they drop $18,000 on a Louis Vuitton, people are like,
No, I know. Even if
What?
it's made by these two
but if
guys
money's
that
not
are
a problem, then whatever. I guess if money's not a problem, throw that in your collection, I guess. But I don't get it.
Tomorrow's show I'll go. I was looking at some on iBash tomorrow. I will bring up all the Le Fabrique du Temps. I was watching a video, and it's these two guys sitting in an atelier, and they are hand painting things, and it's real craftsmanship. They're really trying to make. They're not putting batteries inside watches like.
Oh no,
everybody else.
no! They're making real
Yeah.
watches.
They're making real
hey,
watches.
hey, he's a brand ambassador. Check this shit out.
Yeah,
I did
he's a brand
not
ambassador for
know.
Louis Vuitton. Yeah, that's the tambour. That's the watch. I like it in that color better. Just
You like it more. You never liked anything
Yeah.
better in your life.
Yeah.
So you like the other one worse?
Yeah, I like that
this is
one
the-
more.
Yeah. This is the
Doesn't-
tambour. I did not know. So is that like a tambourine? That's what I think of when I see tambour.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I don't like about the form of the watch. So it's obviously an integrated bracelet, but the way it integrates is a little to me.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
not great.
there's something too roundy about the
Yeah,
watch.
it doesn't effortlessly contour to the shape of the watch head. It just goes.
It's kind
It's
of
almost like it's
stuck
almost like you pull
on.
it out, right? Like it springs
Yeah.
back in and you can pull it out.
Right. And also, it's got Louis Vuitton on the dial. I'm sorry, I couldn't. It just feels like a fashion watch, and even though it might have a beautiful movement on the inside, and maybe it's made out of white gold or whatever. Did they expand on this down here? No.
It gives Michael Kors vibes, unfortunately.
Michael
Michael Kors is the worst of them all. Yeah,
that's why I said it.
I know. Hey, Macy's, a couple $100.
You can get them at probably like TJ Maxx. Honestly.
Costco. They sell Michael Kors watches at Costco.
The dial, it does feel kind of.
They used to sell Rolex at Costco.
Did they?
Really?
Yeah, they used to. Before things went crazy, they used to.
Rolex collab.
They just had them in certain models in behind the counter.
Fabulous.
But that was in 2018, 2019. Those days are long gone. Here's a closer look at this thing. I mean, I can see, they've got some different levels to the dial here. Stepped dial. Looks like a sandwich kind of situation there on the indices. Interesting. Is that Art Deco? What is the name of that font? What kind of font is that? Is that Art Nouveau?
Yeah, it's kind of a nouveau,
yeah. Small seconds down by the 6, which is, harking back to the old, just like the Tresor or whatever, the DeVilles. So, okay. I'm sorry, Louis Vuitton, can't do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They need 100 years of doing it before we'll look at them seriously.
No, they're just going to have to beat it into us.
Yeah. Just stick to the bags. Bags for hookers in Europe. That's it.
Yep.
Sorry, Bradley. Bradley got shut out, and we got shut out on his watch, too.
He looked good on the carpet, though. His suit looks good.
He did, and he always brings his mother, and that's just...
And he got snubbed. The film got snubbed.
The film's going to get... It's going to got nothing, and I thought she was magnificent in it. And
I'm sorry, I love Cillian Murphy, but I didn't think that was an Oscar or a Golden Globe kind of level, best actor level performance. I feel like between him and Bradley Cooper, I think Bradley Cooper did a more kind of best actor performance kind of thing. Cillian Murphy was very, very, Oppenheimer is he's just staring off into the distance for the whole movie,
Yeah.
Like there's no dynamic, there's no range to he never once breaks down into terrible tears he does actually. Sorry, he goes into the forest when Florence Pugh's character. I won't give away any spoilers, but it's still it's narrow range on that. He's there, pondering physics and what he's done to the world for 3 hours. It's not even like
with his blue eye stare.
Yeah, it was scary blue eye stare.
It's a bit scary, when eyes are just a bit much. It's like, please don't look at me.
Yeah, I find his looks extremely off-putting. He just looks like maybe it's the Peaky Blinders thing, but if I walked out of a pub and I saw him, the first thing I would do is I'd hit him. Because he just looks like such a knacker to me. See,
Photo Dave Jackson is already on the job there. He's suggesting to all the lads.
Boy.
Michaela's two-tone constellation is only 10,455. Get on it, fellas. That's
way less than my Milgauss.
That's even less than the Milgauss was. Let's do a crowdfunding. We'll all chip in.
Yes.
Eric will get mad at us, though.
No, he wouldn't. And also, I would never.
No, he wouldn't.
Eric is a very interesting guy. He does not feel any kind of weirdness, jealousy. He's very confident.
I noticed. He's extremely confident. It's the best thing about him. He's super confident.
No, he doesn't care, in fact, he does care. He's supportive. I'm interacting with men in the watch community all the time. He's no problem, no worries. He's very
super cool.
Which is very relaxing.
As a man should be with his woman.
Yeah. Always. Confidence, man. It's key.
But also,
she's yours.
You also have to have a trustworthy, person in order to feel that way. But
yeah, it's built on a lot of different kind of stone, of course. You need the correct foundations for that. But yes, I mean, for sure, definitely that about Eric. And I love his taste in watches and pretty much everything else.
Everything. And remember, gentlemen, if your lady decides to stray, it's your fault.
It's your Can you imagine he was all like, oh, include me.
Clingy is the worst. Is clingy? Oh, the worst.
Clingy and horrible. As they say in Italian, molesta. Oh, Jesus, get off me. Get off
That's
me.
a really good word for it. Yeah, it's like you're molesting me.
You're like you're molesting me. I say troppo molesta.
For everyone, a good way for everyone to just relax is, and I'm sure majority of the men watching right now or women are probably over the age of 25, so they're probably at least a little more mature. But just think, if it's gonna happen, if someone's gonna mess with you or they're gonna cheat on you, they're gonna do it. So don't worry. Just relax. Live your life. If it happens, it happens. Cross bridges if it come to it. Don't live your life in a paranoia. It's not worth it.
It is not.
Yeah, just be happy. Relax. I mean, you don't have to be happy. That's asking too much, but be content. Enjoy your life.
No, be molesta and follow her everywhere she goes.
Oh, God.
And keep calling.
The passion just said that was really funny.
Needy and clingy is the worst. The worst.
Yeah. Not cute.
Everybody loves it when they don't get the text returned. Don't they love it? They love it even more. Makes you love somebody even more when they don't get back to you right away.
Here in Italy, they get freaked out when you're not a little jealous. I don't have that jealousy issue at all. I'm very like, oh, she let her go. We arrive at the party, go mingle. I'm fine. Guys, oh, she's so beautiful. I'm like, oh, thanks. That's a lovely thing to say. I don't go, hey, you're a threat. And I've actually landed myself in hot water for exactly that reason. It's like, why are you so goddamn relaxed? Why can't you be a bit jealous of me?
No,
I'm like, because I'm confident, because I'm the shit. And if you lose me, it's your loss. No,
you have to keep those kind of people satisfied by simultaneously like letting them know that you hold them in high esteem. But if other people do, it's just because you're like, I have good taste. That's why. Like, calm down. It's good taste.
Precisely.
Yeah, exactly right.
Hey, that was a good show, and Michaela, you got to head off. So let's bring it to an end. It's so great to be back in 2024 with the Fashion Police. I miss this show. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's so fun to do.
I know. I love it.
Let's see that Milgauss again. Their Dirkus Maximus looking good. Seeing straight through it as always.
Are you seeing straight? I actually think you're not.
I mean,
now you are.
For a minute it happened.
For a second it did.
Your green screen. And there's my puppy. I'm loving this. I'm gonna wear this now for a few days. Just rock the old stainless steel.
Yeah, it's a little smaller, right? It's a little smaller, right?
Don't you start. You got me in trouble before. People start. I mentioned the fact that you thought my Black Beauty, my espresso GMT was a little smaller on the wrist, and people start writing me going, "Are you selling that because that woman told you that a watch is smaller?" I'm like, no, it's not that.
Listen. When I say it looks smaller, I mean than your typical watch that you tend to wear. I don't think it's too small. I think it looks very.
This is 42 mils.
It's very classic looking. Let's just say that it's classic. It kind of.
I didn't realize that was 42.
This is 42 mils.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is the new Explorer. I mean, the older Explorers are 40 mil. I can't really wear those. This is a 39 mil. Remember the other snowy watch I was wearing before? Yeah. Okay, now there's a smaller watch on me.
It still looks great. That's the Seiko, right? What is that?
No, it's a Nomadic.
Oh, the Nomadic. That looks great.
Wintry
I wouldn't
watch.
say that looks small on you at all. At all. It looks like a watch on a man's wrist.
Yeah, it looks.
We're all such size queens these days. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. No, it's a classic fit. I didn't mean anything by it, so sorry.
What are you wearing, Michaela? Show everybody. She's not wearing the Constellation yet. That'll be in a couple of weeks.
An hour and 20 minutes ago, the same watch.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, in 2 weeks you'll have the Constellation on your wrist.
But I wish. No, it's okay. Life is long, so I'm in no.
Fairy tales can come true. They can happen to you. If you're young at heart.
See you guys next week, same time, same place. Have fun.